Week number 4 here at the ABC Gates Bowl in Rochester, New York, and here is the lineup for today. Our returning champion, Bill Swiat, will try to make it 2 in a row against one of these competitors, Jesse Taccone, Andrew Kopec, or John Mastrella. Well, hi everybody, welcome to Rochester. I'm Paul Peck with Buffalo Bowling Hall of Famer Nawojski. Those are some familiar names on our lineup for today here because of a bit of a quirk of our qualifying.
Yeah, it's like, don't blink, this isn't week 1. We are seeing a couple of the same bowlers come back for the house show.
Yeah, because this is a show specifically for league bowlers here at ABC Gates Bowl. Andrew, Jesse, and John are on the show, but Andrew's already a 2-time winner because he qualified for the first show. So did Jesse. So we've got some familiar names, some guys who understand what the lanes are all about, and some really good bowlers. It should be fun.
Yeah, that's right. And we all have seen what Andrew can do, so it's going to be a great week here.
Yeah, meanwhile, Bill Swiat's going to sit around, watch for a little while, and hope he has a chance to get his 4th Beat the Champ win. So it's an action-packed week of Storm Beat the Champ presented by BowlersMart. So let's get rolling. You're watching Storm Beat the Champ presented by BowlersMart on YouTube.
Like and subscribe to our channel now. Don't miss any of the action.
Beat the Champ is sponsored by Storm, the Bowlers Company. By BowlersMart, trusted by bowlers around the world since 2004. By Latina Boulevard Foods, your favorite family in food distribution. And by Go Bowling. For friends and family fun, log on to GoBowlingNewYork.com to find a center near you. We get it started with Andrew Kopec taking on John Mastrella. It's week 4 here at the ABC Gates Bowl, our final week here in the Rochester area, and we've had great bowling through the first 3 weeks, and we expect nothing less than that today. And 62-year-old John Mastrella from Greece, New York, gets us started. A lefty. Haven't had a lot of those, and he starts with a strike. I don't know. Hey, all the bowlers that we get a chance to meet that are on our show, particularly for the first time, are excited. I'm not sure I've met anybody who is more excited than John is. So we'll see how that plays out. Meanwhile, Andrew Kopec is part of Beat the Champ trivia quirkiness because this is now his 4th show in a row, despite the fact that last week he lost the championship match to Bill Swiat. He is here on the show 2 weeks in a row, 4 total, even though he lost. Scoring and stats today are powered by Mama Lore's Cafe, crafted and casual.
Yeah, not too many times you get to do a do-over, and he's getting a do-over.
Yeah, right. It's exactly what this is. So it's his 4th consecutive appearance here on the show for Andrew. And he won the first 2 weeks, lost last week to Bill, and has a chance to make it 3 of the last 4. 27 years old from Rochester, New York is Andrew Kopec. And the one thing we do know about Andrew is when he gets on a groove, he gets a lot of strikes.
Yeah, I think in the last match that we saw him, he just didn't have, he lost his ball reaction because, you know, he's jumping in after a couple matches where here he's gotten a chance again to practice on the lane condition, and so he's coming in with a lot more practice than he did last week.
John's got a 223 average in the league that he bowls here at the ABC Gates Bowl.
Got that one in a little bit. Just inside of his target, going a little bit left to right.
John has one of the more unique occupations we have discovered here amongst our bowlers on the show. Spent a long time working in security, but also owns a company that does funeral escorts, motorcycle-led funeral escorts. And, you know, when police aren't available to do a funeral escort, John has a company that does that with motorcycles, has a number of guys that do it with him, and that has kept him busy since he has retired from his regular security job, and that has allowed him to get back into bowling because he took 21 years off of the sport while he was running all the businesses, and now he's back in, bowling well, and making the show.
Great shot.
So,
really fun, nice fundamentals, really
Yep.
nice arm swing. He's got a very nice little game.
yeah, we'll tell you a little bit about some of the things he accomplished back before he stepped away from the sport. So, of course, the quirkiness, and again, to explain, this fourth show, as it is everywhere we go, is only open to qualifiers who bowl in a league at the center, right?
Right.
So here, it's only bowlers who are in the league at the ABC Gates Bowl. Now, you can bowl that league and say, okay, I'm good, I made the show, or you can bowl the general open qualifying, which Andrew did, which is how he and then our next competitor, Jesse Taccone, were able to make the first show. That's how we get Andrew in all four shows.
Right, because they qualify individually, and then to qualify to make the show, that particular roll-off is only the same people who bowl in the house. So it gives you an opportunity to still bowl the regular tournament and take part in that roll-off as well. So they're separate roll-offs. So they were able to make them both.
And that hasn't happened all that often on our show, where bowlers have qualified for both the fourth show as a league bowler and any of the first three shows just based on score.
Right. It's happened a couple times, never two. That's pretty unusual. We've never
Yes.
had two out of the same house.
So again, we saw Andrew in our 3 weeks ago, and he won two, including the title. Then he won the title the next week, and then he bowled in the title last week and lost to Bill Swiat. So we have a chance at a rematch.
We do.
Which, again, I don't think that's happened at all on the show.
Definitely not.
And we'll see. Andrew's got to win this one and win the next one to get back at Bill Swiat. I mentioned that to Bill Swiat. He's like, I don't want to see that guy again.
I think Andrew feels the same.
Yeah. So, again, John Mastrella has had a great bowling career. He won a tournament, big-time tournament in Cincinnati, Ohio back in the late 80s. Won a local Masters tournament here in the Rochester area in the 90s. And then took that stretch of time off from bowling.
I mean, take a look at this. Nice shoulder-high backswing. Excellent follow-through. Good ball speed. Plain and perfect.
He is one of those veteran bowlers that have figured it out, right? They may not be the strongest and the fastest. They may not have the biggest power and rev rate, but they have been doing it long enough to know how to do it the same way successfully every time.
Those are the people that back in the day when they were in their 30s, they were bowling 3, 4, 5 nights a week. That's when bowling was in its heyday, and people bowled multiple times. I know we have a lot of people on our show that bowl multiple weeks, but that's not really the norm. But, back in his era, I'm sure he did a lot of bowling and put his time in.
Yeah, John got that one a little bit too direct on the head pin. And he leaves himself a spare pickup here after he had run 2 strikes in a row. And what do we always see about the older guys that have been bowling a long time? They always make their spares.
Yep. It's only been the evolution of equipment that has created all of the striking that's made, spare making maybe less important. So it's still an art to make all of your spares.
Two-handed shot and a 10-pin result for Andrew Kopec. 4 strikes in the first 5 frames for Andrew, who really put up some big scores in the matches that we've seen him over the last month. A 248, a 247, and then he won 2 weeks ago with a 233, and it was that 204 that just wasn't good enough to beat Bill Swiat last week. But all in all, the scores have been good. And
Beautiful.
There's another strike. That is 5 of the first 6 for Andrew Kopec. Can he keep the winning going? Come on back and find out.
Presented by BowlersMart.
Plenty of options.
Chamois, jerseys, balls bags, and shoes. The highest quality products you'll find on the market, and here at BowlersMart, we make sure to find the correct access point of any bowler to maximize their benefits from our products and ensure a great experience. Stop by today and let us help you, because at BowlersMart, every bowler matters.
Yeah, bowling. Such a well-oiled machine of mischief for the masses. The Egyptians made bowling the sport of pharaohs, and yet bowling said, no, I am for him, for her, even that guy. Yeah, don't do that. You light the stage for us. You bring the encouragement, and all you ask in return? What's your shoe size? Don't go boring. Go bowling.
Sixth frame now for John Mastrella. Got a good cheering section on here. He even has some friends in from Italy that aren't going back until tomorrow. So he dragged them along over here to ABC Gates Bowl to come cheer him on. That just means you're going to go international now, Sue.
That's right. And
people in Rome are going to know all about Beat the Champ. Yeah, couldn't get that 7 pin to go down.
nice shot. See, it happens on both sides where the evolution of just throwing balls just gets a little bit of carry down. It just holds the ball off just enough for a subtle corner pin.
Ooh, that just didn't look good coming off his hands, and it winds up an open in the 6th for John Mastrella. And with the way Andrew is striking, that is not what John needed. 3 career 300 games and a high 816 series for John. Has bowled on TV before, but it was a long time ago.
That's all he would say.
Yeah. And there's a good strike in the 7th frame. That's okay. I get where John's going at 62 years old. You don't want to be too specific when you don't have to be.
Yeah. To date yourself.
Yeah. All right, now back to Andrew Kopec. Operations manager is the occupation, 217 average in the 2 leagues that he bowls in a week, including one of them here. Well, lots of spinning pins there, but it wouldn't take the 10 out. Finished top 10 in the 2024 Rochester Masters, among the achievements on the resume for Andrew Kopec.
That's great.
We have been very impressed with his demeanor as we've seen him each of the last 4 weeks. Stays calm, and his form and his bowling style stays calm. As John Mastrella looks on.
Taking a re-rack. Many reasons to take a re-rack.
We've had more re-racks, I think, here.
It's been on the left lane that we've
do.
had the re-rack, so there must be a little space between a couple of pins, and the next time it comes down, it sets up right. So if you're doubting it, you might as well take the re-rack because it can play into your shot. So if you're doubting the rack, just go ahead and take it.
And that's the trigger for why you would request one? It's just seeing something you don't feel right about?
Yeah, you're seeing a space. Mostly it's something between the 1-3. You're seeing an opening or a closing that you don't like, because it depends. You can ring a 10 a lot if the 1 and the 3 are super close together. So if you see that set down like that, you tend to want to take a re-rack in a time when a ring 10 would be a really bad thing. So once you get it in your mind, you might as well take the re-rack.
8th frame now for John Mastrella on the right lane. That was a perfect shot. Watch the form, nice and easy, swing of the arm, good follow through, pocket hit.
Yeah, and that cuts That cuts the lead to 19. I mean, a strike for Andrew in the 7th would have kind of gotten this out of reach, but the 10 pin kept it a little closer.
Let's see if he can do it again. He does. Took a little bump of the 10 pin, but he got it. That's a triple for John Mastrella.
That puts a little pressure on Andrew to keep this from going to less than 10 pin lead. He needs a strike here to maintain his 19 pins.
Good reaction from John. All right, so now the pressure a little back on Andrew Kopec. As he rings one around the 10.
So he's starting to see that 10 pin show up here on this right lane. Last couple shots.
Out comes the spare ball for the 9th frame. Got it.
Excellent spare. So technically, this has come out a very close match.
When it didn't necessarily look like it was going to be that way early on.
Nope, this could come down to a 1-pin match.
All right, so let's see what Andrew can do here. If he gets 3 strikes, he will take the drama out of it. There's one.
2 strikes and 9 give us a chance for tie, though, so he needs all 3 to win.
I'm up for a good roll-off. Haven't had one of those in a while.
I haven't.
We had one in qualifying.
Yes, we
make
did.
to make the final spot of the show. That was for last week. And we get another re-rack here.
Another re-rack on.
We've had only
Lovely.
2 roll-offs in our 2 seasons. None here in season number 2. Yeah, both of those roll-offs determined championships. And another spin around the 10 keeps the door open. John Mastrella revving up that motorcycle of his for a chance to go speeding through the door that's open.
That's all you want is a chance. Put the ball in your hand. And now he has it.
So the score goes on the board for Andrew Kopec at 228. And now it's up to John Mastrella. He needs 2 strikes and 2 pins to win. And I think you'll see the happiest guy in the city of Rochester if that happens.
Oh,
strike number 1. I think you might get the happiest crowd in Rochester if he does it, because they're already fired up.
What a great shot under pressure.
All right, guess what, John? Do it again.
I'm liking his chances for the 2, as long as he gets
think
this
so?
one down. Yeah.
Andrew just looks on and knows it's beyond his control. So this is the key shot right here. Got to have a strike.
And got that in.
And it's
Pulled
9 and not 10.
Got a little nervous.
Yeah, a lot on the line there, but it's Andrew Kopec used to winning here on Beat the Champ. He does it again. Kopec and Taccone, match 2 next. Match number 2, Jesse Taccone and Andrew Kopec. It's a rematch of a match that we saw in week 1 here at the ABC Gates Bowl, won by Kopec 248 to 212. So Jesse has got his chance at a little bit of revenge here.
Yeah, another do-over.
Yeah, and then we have the chance at another rematch. If Kopec wins this, it'll be a rematch of the championship match from last week, Kopec and Swiat. This has made this show nice and easy. We have the same guys. We're just moving them all around, right?
That's right.
We don't have to learn any new guys.
Some really good bowlers, too. These
Well,
guys,
that's part of it,
both
yes.
these guys throw it really great.
They wouldn't be in this position if they weren't really good bowlers,
Right.
good enough to make both sets of qualifying.
Correct.
And good enough to stick around for a month like Andrew has. Yeah, there were 68 entries to qualify for the in-house league bowlers show, which is this one. So Jesse, Andrew, and John had to get through some pretty good bowlers to make the show. So here's our second look at Jesse Taccone, 18 years old, from Spencerport, New York, a college student at Mercyhurst University. And a member of the bowling team for the Lakers.
Yeah, he got that just a little bit right. Saw that kind of ride the gutter when he got down the lane. Got a little bit too close to the gutter. Couldn't get back enough time. Didn't have enough time to get back to the pocket.
A couple of two-handers battling each other here.
Yeah, and they play it so different.
Tough spare pickup and too tough for Jesse. So it's a bit of a disappointing open in the first frame. Never how you want to start. But you got a lot of frames left to shake it off.
If you're going to have one, that's where you want it.
And there's a nice strike from Jesse Taccone. So this is now the 6th game that Andrew Kopec has bowled here in the last month. He has won 4 of the 5 previous. So if anybody knows these lanes, it's Andrew.
I was just thinking this. He's done a lot of bowling this month.
At a place that he does a lot of bowling at normally.
Yeah, but, you know, either way, he hasn't thrown as many games as he's spent time. I mean, he's been here for, you know, sitting at the top seat. He's still here for the entire show, watching how it all plays out. So it's still a long day for him. And he gets to practice in between all the matches. So even though he only bowls one match, he's still here all day.
Right. So it's spares in the first 2 frames for Andrew. And again, these are 2 guys that bowl in the same league here at ABC Gates Bowl, both from the area, so I'm sure this is not the first time. Well, we know it's not the first time because that happened 3 weeks ago,
Right.
but you know what I was going to say, is not the second time that these guys are bowling against each other. Oh, and a rather violent ring 10 there for Andrew, and I think he's trying to figure out why that happened.
Yeah, when the lanes changed up and he started leaving the quarter pins, that's what kind of hurt him the last time when he lost. So he's going to have to, you know, kind of figure out how he needs the ball to hit the pocket to drive out.
You want that pin to go
corner.
more back to the corner. Instead, it went more to the outside.
Oh, grab another ball.
But he's making his spares, so if nothing else, Andrew has started with 3 spares. And Jesse now with a chance to make it a double. Spencerport High School, where all of their home matches were here at the ABC Gates Bowl. And he's having the same issue with the 10 a little bit. So Jesse is familiar, having bowled here in high school, bowls here in the league as well. and then has that advantage of being an active college bowler right now. And you've talked a lot about how you think that helps some of these young guys learn the competitive aspect of the sport. And he also gets the benefit of having a former PBA bowler, Mike Machuga, as his head coach at Mercyhurst. So Jesse's getting a lot of good advice from a lot of good people.
That is true.
All right, so Jesse now says, I don't want to lose to this guy again. Like, starting to put a little bit of pressure on Andrew. I did that once. I don't want to do it again.
It's really nice how the pro bowlers who don't bowl out on tour anymore, kind of give back to the sport by coaching on the college level, because they have a lot of experience and knowledge to share.
And there's the first strike of the match for Andrew Kopec.
That was the ball change. He pulled the ball off the other rack at the end of the last shot.
What do you think he's looking to accomplish with the ball change?
Well, I don't think he thought he was going to continue to get the 10 out, so he knew he needed a different look, different angle to the pocket.
Deep breath.
There's normally good carry when you hit light, and there's good, so that's more of that light hit that he was looking for here. And unfortunately, it was the same result as the half pocket that he was leaving the 10s in. But if you're just gonna hit the half pocket, you're gonna leave 10 pins all day. So he's just looking for a different angle.
Yeah, a little bit of what we talked about before is that pin that he needs to take the 10 out is going wider instead of back. So it's 4 spares and a strike on the front 5 for Andrew Kopec. Jesse Taccone, outstanding high school bowler, as I mentioned, at Spencerport, where he averaged 240 on the high school team and was the player of the year. Won 3 sectional titles and a state title in high school.
Yeah, the first week when I really kind of thought that it was the left lane that was going to be problematic, but it's actually turned out to be the right lane that's been a little bit more inconsistent for the guys. It's like they get it, if they get it too far to the right, it kind of hangs there a little bit, doesn't make it back. If they get it in just a hair, it hooks up on them. I mean, it's got to be almost to the point where they've got to be just perfect on that right lane, and it's been keeping the scores down trying to figure this right lane out. Oh, that one jumped on him too.
We're bowling on synthetic surface here at ABC Gates Bowl, and we're bowling on a house shot, which is different than when we were here to start season number 2 of Beat the Champ back in September, when we bowled on more of a medium shot, level shot. So the scores have been a little bit higher. We've had some really good scores and really consistently good scores.
Ooh.
And Jesse cannot pick up that 3-pin spare. It's an open in the 6th, and it takes us to a break. We'll come on back to determine who is going to bowl for the title.
The Western New York area has long been considered one of the best anywhere for the sport of bowling.
And no matter where you live, we have lanes nearby.
For top competition,
Fun with family and friends.
great food and drink, or just a night out, we got you.
We are the Bowling Proprietors
Of Western New York. Stop in and enjoy our sport today.
12X Tech Bowling Supplies is committed to continuing the decades-long tradition of excellence established by the DeSanto family. We are the ultimate destination for customer service, experience, and product variety. We offer an extensive inventory of balls, bags, shoes, and accessories. Our unique fitting and drilling process, combined with our in-house lane, ensures a perfect fit every time. With a range of repair and maintenance services, we can help keep your gear performing at its best. Consult our team today at 1000 Highland Drive in the J. Scuddy South Plaza, conveniently located off of 390 in Henrietta.
6th frame now for Andrew Kopec. Just an opportunity for you to kind of watch just the consistent movement that Andrew has with his approach.
Well, he's gone back to a different bowling ball again. Oh.
And he leaves a different
Walk
pin.
through 9. He's like, what do you want me to do?
Right. I changed balls because I was leaving the 10, and now you're leaving the 9.
Well, that was a great shot right there. That's just a ball driving so hard it misses taking out the 9.
You had a good conversation with him when you talked a little bit about how he evolved as a two-handed bowler, and it just told me how well he thinks the game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he really does it to lower his margin of error. I mean, he got good at it, obviously, but you know, he feels like taking out the margin of error of the things that happen with your thumb in the ball just has simplified the game for him. So he doesn't have to worry about sticking, tape, anything, bevel, any of those things that affect a thumb hole. Just takes that right out of the mix.
And I think did he change balls again there, or was it the same one from before? Because he finally found something that worked.
It's the same ball that he used on the right lane this past time. But the ball that he pulled off the rack that he used for the last 2 frames, he chose not to go back to.
All right, so Jesse Taccone has got to shake off that open in the 6th, his second open of the match. And
another ball change here.
Yeah, boy, everybody's fishing a little bit, aren't they?
They are. And that's the evolution of lanes that have been bowled on. They're going to keep changing up on you. You're going to get some carry down, and you got to pick the right ball. You've only got, 10 frames. You don't have a whole lot of time to figure it out.
Good spare pickup, 7th frame.
And
eighth frame now for Jesse Taccone. He was open in the 6th, spare in the 7th. Got to start striking here. And there you go, on cue.
that pin looked like it was going to slide over and snap.
Yes, I was just going to say, out of the corner of my eye, I'm like, well, that was a little bit unusual. It looked like it was going to slide all the way from the right to the left.
It did.
And now to the 9th frame.
This is a big strike for him. It put him up 30 with only 3 frames.
Yeah,
actually 2 frames left.
Strikes have been hard to come by in this match for Andrew. Oh, that 10, he cannot figure out how to get that 10 pin down.
Even if he manages to win this match, he's still going to have to figure that out because, he's got to face Bill again.
Yeah. And again, to your point, like early on, because remember, we've seen Andrew 4 weeks in a row, he was just, I think twice he started with 5 straight strikes. Right here, he can't buy a strike.
He's right around the pocket. He's there.
That was a little closer than he probably would have liked it to be, but it does still get him the spare.
So he's up 22, but Jesse has a strike up, which means, he could narrow that gap another 10 pins. So still anybody's match at this point.
Well, our first match went right down to the last frame. It looks like this one might do that too. Well, the crowd liked it as soon as it left his hands, and that's why. We got good crowds here.
That's right.
Somebody
read
here.
that ball reaction.
Oh, yeah. Much needed 9th frame strike. So now, as you said, Jesse's got the strike in the 8th, needs to finish strong here.
That ball was light twice on this right lane.
Yeah, a little too far to the right and leaves the 2-pin.
Seems to not need a ball like in the middle of the 2 balls that he has. The other one overreacted, this one underreacts.
All right, so what Jesse has to do is try his best to put some strikes up here in the 10th frame and put some pressure back on Andrew.
Well, yeah, even if he strikes out, he's just forcing Andrew to spare.
And there's a strike.
But you
right
never know.
there.
That's why you throw him.
Yep. Does not want to lose to Andrew for the 2nd time in a month. Next up for us, next week, we will move the show back to the Buffalo area, Williamsville, New York, transit lanes, 3 weeks of competition, and then the Beat the Champ Invitational to wrap up the season. There's 2. Meanwhile, here at the ABC Gates Bowl, next week, they've got the PBA Tour coming in. For the first time since the late 90s, the PBA Tour back in Rochester. So good luck to them and putting that tournament on. And if you're looking for a chance to come see the best bowlers in the world, make the trip here to the ABC Gates Bowl and check out the PBA Tour. Can he finish with 3 strikes? Oh.
Great shot, great finish.
Boy, if he'd have gotten that 9-pin, it would have made it a little more interesting. But the
Agreed.
184 on the board for Jesse, and now Andrew just has to be smart.
He needs 9 pins and 2 balls.
Needs 9. Gets them all. Gets all 10 to clinch the win. And that means we got a rematch for the 2nd straight week. Our championship will be Kopec versus Swiat. Come on back. You're watching Storm Beat the Champ, presented by BowlersMart on YouTube.
Like and subscribe to our channel now. Don't miss any of the action.
You are not watching last week's show again. For the first time in Beat the Champ history, we have a championship game rematch. Andrew Kopec and Bill Swiat, the same 2 guys that bowled for the title a week ago, are bowling for it again. This is pretty cool.
No, I love it. I love it.
And Bill Swiat will get us started, 40 years old, from Cheektowaga, New York.
Couldn't be a better rematch. These are the 2 guys that bowled the best here this month at this facility.
Yep. 7th appearance on our show for Bill Swiat. Meanwhile, Andrew Kopec, it's Beat the Champ presented by BowlersMart Storm and Andrew Kopec this month,
That's right.
He's been on all 4 shows. Won the first match against John Mastrella, won the second match against Jesse Taccone. And here he is looking to do it again, and both guys get started with strikes. So when the 2 of them matched up a week ago, the difference in the 228-204 win for Bill Swiat, I think, was Swiat started with 5 straight strikes. Andrew had 2 opens in the first 5 frames. That just put him in a hole that he couldn't fight his way out of.
Right, right. And it still came down to be pretty close there at the end.
Yes. So that would be the strat, yeah, because Andrew wound up with 5 strikes in the last 5 frames. So obviously, if he can avoid those kind of mistakes, as that comes out of my mouth, and he leaves himself a picket fence on the right side, if he can avoid those, that would give him that chance to get another win.
Leaving that door open early, needs to make this 3-pin conversion.
And he got it. So again, Bill was able to take control of that match early, and Bill Swiat's 7th show appearance, he has 3 Beat the Champ wins, and what Bill has been really good at is when he gets to the final match, he's been in 4 of them, he's won 3 of them, so he's been a good closer here on the show.
Ooh, that was in. I thought that, I mean, he's kind of changed his angle. He's using a ball where he can play a little straighter up. But when that came off his hand, I thought that was inside of his target. And it just rolled up a little high. Seen a lot of 9 pins this month.
We have, which is not
Not
normal,
a usual,
right?
Not a usual leave, no.
It is none for the thumb for Bill Swiat, if you haven't noticed. He does not use his thumb. Which, again, Sue, as you have explained the rules being, if you use a ball that has a thumb hole, you must use your thumb. If you don't have a thumb hole, you don't have to use the thumb, which is the way Bill has been playing this the last 2 weeks.
Right, and we did talk about how Bill kind of went back and forth and kind of made a decision based on what he was seeing out there, whether he was going to use his thumb or not. Obviously having different sets of equipment for it, but he has since, since we talked about it last week, he said, you know, honestly, he's kind of plugged the holes in some of those balls, and he's kind of committing to the no thumb just to avoid the confusion of going back and forth. So he said he's got a couple balls that are older with the thumb hole still in it, but for the most part, he's trying to commit to just being bowling with no thumb.
You know, we talk about so many different adjustments there are in this game. Different balls, moving in, moving out. The ability to have that thumb adjustment is a really interesting one. More on that in a moment. We do want to tell you our host center for Storm Beat the Champ, presented by BowlersMart, is ABC Gates Bowl. And you can find them online at abcgatesbowl.com. They're just one of our many great host centers. And if you want details on how to be a part of Beat the Champ, just stop in at any of our host centers and ask them how you can be on the show. And we might be seeing you here on the lanes, but get moving because we only have 1 more month left of season 2, and it's starts next week at Transit Lanes in Williamsville, New York. You know, I mean, again, to be able to watch a match or to sense a lane and go, oh, I'm not just gonna change balls, I'm gonna put the thumb in, I'm gonna put the thumb out, like that is really interesting to me, although it sounds like it's gotten confusing, so he's moving away from that.
Well, you still get more revs without the thumb, and when asked why he would use one or the other, or what would be his decision-making deal breaker there in one way or the other, and it's if he wants more revs and needs to get through the oil, he's going to go without his thumb. So he's just going to go without his thumb and live with it and make adjustments based on that.
Well, we're tied through 4 frames because both guys have gone strike, spare, strike, 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 spare, strike, strike for the first 4 frames.
And what would we expect from these two in the final
nothing
match,
else.
right?
So we've got a 2-hander, we've got a no-thumber, like we got a little bit of everything going on here in this match and this month as well. One of these days, somebody's going to show up at one of these shows and bowl with their feet, and I wouldn't be surprised by it.
So this rolled up light.
Would we then call that show Feet the Champ? Sorry, we're all a little punchy here. It's been a long month. What are you seeing a little bit here from these lanes that have gotten pretty good, pretty well beat up here by the end of our month-long stay?
I don't see anything bad. I mean, these guys seem to be fairly well lined up. I mean, they're just humans and they can make a little bit of an errant shot, but most of all, they've been pretty bang on.
All right, working a double right now. 3 in a row for Andrew Kopec. 27 years old from right here in Rochester.
Plus 11, looking for vengeance.
Yep. Again, looking to overcome the loss last week.
Wants his title back.
Yes, he does. And he wants to make the trip back to Buffalo for next week's show. And again, a win here today for Andrew, you know, would put him in that rather exclusive company of guys who have won three weekly titles here on the show. Haven't been a lot of them.
Nice shot.
So a strike makes it 4 in a row for Andrew Kopec. It's our championship match. The rematch continues next.
Yeah, bowling. Such a well-oiled machine of mischief for the masses. The Egyptians made bowling the sport of pharaohs, and yet bowling said, no, I am for him, for her, even that guy. Yeah, don't do that. You light the stage for us. You bring the encouragement, and all you ask in return? What's your shoe size? Don't go boring. Go bowling.
12X Tech Bowling Supplies is committed to continuing the decades-long tradition of excellence established by the DeSanto family. We are the ultimate destination for customer service, experience, and product variety. We offer an extensive inventory of balls, bags, shoes, and accessories. Our unique fitting and drilling process, combined with our in-house lane, ensures a perfect fit every time. With a range of repair and maintenance services, we can help keep your gear performing at its best. Consult our team today at 1000 Highland Drive in the J. Scuddy South Plaza, conveniently located off of 390 in Henrietta.
Ready to go, 6th frame for the 40-year-old from Cheektowaga, New York. With a 230 average, Bill Swiat gets the strike. Big one.
That was a big shot, and it was a good shot.
Nice, easy, relaxed form. Little on the head pin, but it didn't prevent everything from going down.
That's just the thing with this place is it seems like you want the carries a little bit better, and you kind of got to figure this out about a house when you're in it, which kind of pocket hit carries the best. In this case, it looks like it's a little bit high up on the head pin. The 4 pins have been really good about tripping, and the carry's been really good, just a little bit high up. Just got to watch out for that 9 pin.
Beautiful. You only had to watch out for that 9 pin to go down on that one. That's a double for Bill Swiat. This is the 11th game Bill has bowled here on Beat the Champ. He has won 7 of the previous 10. So he's been a consistent bowler on this show, a consistent winner in championship matches, and you can see why.
Pressure's back on Andrew here.
Yep, he's got 4 in a row. Make it 5. Neither of these guys want to go away. And of course, remember, the winner of this match heads to next month's set of shows at Transit Lanes in Williamsville, which will wrap up. 4th and final show next month will be the Beat the Champ Invitational, where for the 2nd time we'll hand out the Healy Miller Trophy to our season champion. And both of these guys are eligible to qualify.
Ooh, that was a little light.
Little late fall on the 10. Gets the 6th strike in a row for Andrew Kopec.
We've seen that hit leave 10 pins all day. In this case, he got the nice little kick on it. dropped down.
Has there been some change he's made? Because the last match, he was struggling with those 10 pins.
Well, that could have easily been a 10 pin. He just got good pin collision, and he got a little knock there to knock it over. So good place for it, good timing.
Eight frame. And that's 3 in a row for Bill. Neither of these guys is ready to give it up yet.
Nope. Still 21 pins separating them, but nobody's backing away. Got the all-important 9th frame coming up.
Yep. So Andrew Kopec looks on as Bill Swiat gets ready for the 9th frame. And then Andrew will have his chance to post a score. Got it again. 4 in a row for Bill Swiat.
Excellent shot.
We have had great crowds, good, enthusiastic crowds all month here at ABC Gates Bowl. I want to thank everybody in the Rochester area for being great hosts. We made 2 trips here during season number 2, and both of them were great, outstanding, lots of storylines. Sam DeWitt swept the first month. We've had Andrew Kopec in every show this month. And another strike, that's 7 in a row.
What a finish.
The bowling's been great. The crowds have been great. The hospitality's been terrific. It's always fun for us to come to the Rochester area. Looking forward to more trips here next season. That's a little bit of a look of the face of a guy who feels like, what more can I do?
Right? I'm going to shoot 259, and I might not win.
How about 8 in a row now? We certainly have saved the best for last, haven't we? What a month it has been for Andrew Kopec. This is his home house. He bowls in the league here. That's how he was able to be on this show. And what a show he has put on in his Beat the Champ debut. Came from nowhere right to the top of the list of our most successful bowlers of the season. And can he finish it off?
Look at that smile, he knows.
Yeah, can he finish it off with 10 strikes in a row?
Yep, we're looking at 280. That'll be the highest game that we've had this month.
The only hiccup was a spare in the 2nd frame.
280.
What a performance for Andrew Kopec. 280. Andrew Kopec is our winner. We'll talk to him when we come back.
Presented by BowlersMart.
Plenty of options.
Chamois, jerseys, balls bags, and shoes. The highest quality products you'll find on the market, and here at BowlersMart, we make sure to find the correct access point of any bowler to maximize their benefits from our products and ensure a great experience. Stop by today and let us help you, because at BowlersMart, every bowler matters.
The Western New York area has long been considered one of the best anywhere for the sport of bowling.
And no matter where you live, we have lanes nearby.
For top competition,
Fun with family and friends.
great food and drink, or just a night out, we got you.
We are
The Bowling Proprietors.
Of Western New York. Stop in and enjoy our sport today.
Beat the Champ is sponsored by Storm, the Bowlers Company. By BowlersMart, trusted by bowlers around the world since 2004. And by the Bowling Proprietors Association of Western New York. Stop in and enjoy our sport today. The highest score of the month comes in the final game of the month by the guy who's been here all month, Andrew Kopec. How do you explain that 280 and the way to finish off this amazing month?
I just made a good ball change, really committed to, making every shot count, and I got really sick of shooting spares, so I figured I'd just knock them all down the first time.
So did you find any difference between having to sit at the championship top and wait for bowlers to come to you and bowling in the matches all the way through?
Oh, definitely. There's a different routine, a different, little mindset, but just have to adjust and deal with what's in front of you.
And admit it, you wanted to beat Bill. You didn't want to lose to him 2 weeks in a row, right?
Yeah, I'm glad I got a little bit of revenge on him.
Well, he did get a little bit of revenge, and guess what? The month of Kopec will continue as we go back to Buffalo. You'll be there at Transit Lanes next month. We'll see if Andrew can't keep up this amazing stretch as we head to the final month of Season 2 here on Storm. Beat the Champ, presented by BowlersMart. What a great month here in Rochester. We'll see you next week at Transit Lanes in Williamsville.